Picked it up quickly. Florent takes on a couple, left foot, floats it forward. Nav Chol. Kennedy straight to the bench.
It's a beautiful left foot, isn't it?
Yeah.
Chol, it's just a stroke of perfection. McIntosh, Higgins. Working though, they look lively. I've got to say, they look lively. O'Riordan couldn't nail it. Rioli and Rampy. Threw it back inside Rampy. Clever knock from Stevens. Advantage paid here, or will it be? No. So it'll go back to Stevens. This is Kennedy. Down to you, Hodgie.
About 53 or so when he strikes the ball. If he uses all of the space that he had, decided not to. Heaney, he's a good flyer. He's got good hands now. Egmont Smith, third game as a Tiger, puts it in front of McIntosh, takes on the debutant, Dylan Stevens. Ball works forward through the legs of both Fox and Lynch. Mopped up, Swans work it back over the top. A bit of a weight in the end from Florent. Pickett did well, picked up by Martin. Got a few about the place. Martin. Takes everyone on himself. Handball over the top. Lambert. Crashed into by Parker. Ball spilt. Martin still desperate. Through legs of Graham. Row bottom watches on. Chance for didn't make an enormous effort. Maybe got a little bit lucky. Soldo, Revolt, not quite. O'Riordan towards Rampion, and McIntosh tried to use the outside of the boot and keep it in. I think it might have gone over. Crowd certainly thought so. Hodgie, back to you on Josh Kennedy.
Yeah, guys, not great. As you can see there on camera, that they've got a lot of ice on the inside of his left knee. So from the action, and obviously where he's pointing on the ice, he looks like he's hurt the medial of his left knee. So no more Josh Kennedy for the rest of the day for the Swans.
Well, Kennedy out for the game. No one has, in the whole of the competition, has played more games. This is a good call.
Inside him for Australia. The T38 defending world champion Dion Kenzie. And on D inside, silver in the last World Championships in London, silver in the Paralympic Games in Rio, Liam Stanley. Stanley was called into the para-athletics team when the para-football team did not qualify for Rio. Massive field, they've combined the categories. 16 in it, the men's 1500 meters. T38 final. What an amount of jostling we're going to see. And look at the dang go. Lagergren has shot way out in front. And he's not the only one. This is Petrus Karoli of Namibia, who's moved up into second place in his major championship debut. They are so spread out. Tucked right in the middle, Dion Kenzie for Australia in fifth spot alongside Felix Kruseman for Germany. He's really gone for this straight away, has Lagergren. So many champions in this, so many green singlets in this as well for Algeria and Ireland. Lagergren has gone out for this really early. T38, T37's coordination impairment, the two strongest categories of this. And Karoli right behind him. Have they gone too early? We'll have to wait and see. The peloton being led by the Canadian Nate Wright.
Well, Lagergren and Karoli are just gradually slowing the pace down now. So you would expect with Liam Stanley in third position, Dion Kenzie in there as well, you would expect them to come through. Michael McKillop, always a very good finisher in these type of events, but they packed out, and the peloton, as you quite rightly mentioned, are chasing them down, but still out in front. It is Anders Lagergren and Petrus Karuli of Denmark and Namibia who are there at the moment, but the pack are now catching up to them, and they're really winding them in. I think Lagergren has gone out way too quick in this coordination impairment category. He's dropped back. Karili's taking the lead, and also coming around the outside, it's the load and load of runners all by themselves there, stretching around. It's Cry of Algeria. Riach almost falls over in Canada. He's been knocked by the Algerian as they come around with 2 laps remaining, but the leaders have been pushed right back at the moment. There's a lot of jostling going on in the pack as the 2 who are out in front, Lagergren and Karili, have dropped back in the field and almost knocked a few of the runners as they've really tightened up and gone back in this coordination impairment category. So we've split. We've got around 700 metres remaining in this race. Who is going to take the gold medal come the end of it? It's tight, it's tough, and the speed is now starting to pick up.
There's a large amount of Danish fans around us who are really enjoying Anders Lagergren's time at the front, but up front now for Canada. Moving up is Reich, the Pan Am champion, fastest in the world this year, 3:57 dead, and it's really stretching out. Algeria trying to make a little bit of move up as well through Cry, and on the outside for Australia is Dion Kenzie. They've combined the categories here. Michael McKillop is in 5th place at the moment for Ireland. Stanley on his outside, the World and Paralympic silver medalist. Canada with 2 of the top 4 right now. Here comes the bell, and it's Wright who leads the way for Canada. Immediately behind him at the bell for Algeria is Cry. Kenzie is up there also. Stanley in 4th place and McKillop in 5th for Ireland, who's had so many great years down through the years, but look at that gap, getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Nate Reich out in front from Victoria in British Columbia. What a sporting heritage he's had as well. Cry in 2nd place, Kenzie in 3rd. That is a massive gap. That's something like 40 metres. That is Michael McKillop territory, and he's back down in 5th at the moment. Cry in 2nd spot for Algeria. A big fight for the silver, but surely the gold medal is already decided. So many greats in the family. His father, Todd, threw javelin for the United States in the Paralympic Games. Mother, earned in the pole vault. Granddad, Jim Harrison, played for the Maple Leafs. It's gold for Canada. Nate Wright, 4:02.05. 2nd place for Algeria's Cry. Kenzie is 4th. 3rd for Australia, and 4th for Ireland is the multi-global champion, 13 times over, Michael McKillop. 4:02, an impressive time, a championship record for Nate Wright. And the world record holder, 3:57 dead, set in Burnaby back in June, is the world champion for the first time. A massive field in this, and Nate Wright takes his first world title in his first global championship. A massive amount. Cry with a new African record in 2nd, and Kenzie 3rd for Australia, and McKillop in his own T37 has set a new championship record in 4th. Stanley in 5th with a new America's record in T37. Well, if they split them up, it would have been McKillop and Stanley 1st and 2nd in the 37, so Jemai in 3rd, but they were all together. Right, Cry and Kenzie in the 1, 2, 3.
Well, Kenzie's championship record that he set 2 years ago in London is gone in a big way, right, with a brilliant finish. He stretched out after the early leaders of Lagergren and Karuli had fallen back in the field. They almost tripped right as he went through. He held his feet, he held his discipline, and he held the win as he went out by a long distance with a tongue out as he goes across the line. He knows he's done it. He knows he's picked up a championship record, and he's done it in a quite brilliant fashion indeed. 16 runners in the field, 2 went out early, but after that, they got pulled back.
And there is the passing of the baton from McKillop to Wright. Reich takes the world title, but they are separate categories. Michaela van Rijk with championship records. Reich the gold for Canada. Cry the silver for Algeria. Kenzie the bronze for Australia.
Those are the current standings in the long.
Tiger is back. Alongside a star-studded field at Jack's Place. The Memorial Tournament, presented by Nationwide, begins Thursday morning on PGA Tour Live at Golf.
How many golf courses can you play with Golf Now? Well, let's just say you have so many choices, you'll feel like a connoisseur of course selection. Book around anytime at over 9,000 courses worldwide at the #1 place to book tee times. Golf Now. Go play.
The women's 1,500 metres, T11. 6 going in this one, all with guides, complete visual impairment. Guides are compulsory.
Drawn at 6, representing
Nyirogate from Kenya will go from lane 60, 35-year-old. She failed to start in the 2017 World Championship 1,500 metres after being named in the startup. Rodriguez Garcia, she finished 5th in Rio in the P25 para-triathlon category. She's a world champion in that as well. Rodriguez Saavedra of Mexico won bronze way back in the 2011 Pan Am Games. Inside her, 20-year-old making a senior international debut, Hei Shan of China. Luzanne Curtsey, who was disqualified after the heat in 2016 for a guide indiscretion, is the second last of the athletes to be named. She was 4th in 2017 in London. And then coach of Kenya, 2016 she won the silver. She withdrew in 2017 prior to the race. She's coached by Beatrice Legat. Now I wonder whether she's a relation to Bernard Legat, the second fastest 1,500 metre runner of all time. Kenyan born, but now represents the United States of America. So Zheng Jin of China holds that world and championship record, both set at different intervals, and it is a Chinese athlete who gets out very quick indeed. 20 years of age. Hei Shan, but in second place and really moving up as well. It's Rodriguez Garcia, who won 2018 para-triathlon gold in Australia. That was the triathlon grand final of the World Series. This promises to be a quite wide open race, and picking a winner is anyone's guess, and sometimes they are the best racers of all. It is Hei Shan who leads from Rodriguez Garcia of Spain. Now, a couple wide there, and there's almost a bit of a fall. Someone who's gone way wide there on the track. It is Nyirogate. So she goes across. Shan is leading. It is Spain who are in second place with Rodriguez Garcia.
Yeah, it's very well congested there. T11, the guides are all mandatory. Nancy Koech, along with Jeffrey Rotich, the Kenyan team, very happy to take a little role in the outside, and behind her, another Kenyan team of Mary Waitera, Njoroge and Joseph Ratina. Trying to keep things safe at the moment. Luzanne Kurtze just on the inside, but Hei Shan and Wang Ziqin leading the way out for China, who picked up more goals than anybody else this week and looking to round off the championship in this penultimate track final. There are no relays tonight. There's just one relay now, the universal relay, which we had last night. And China picked up the silver medal in that behind the United States. He Shanshan still happy to bide her time, but you can see there's a little bit of a gap that somebody could nip in, if possible. Coach just behind in second spot for Kenya. But they're all happy to take it easy at the moment. A little bit slight movement up by Endrog of Kenya on the outside, but boxed in a little bit by Kota right now. And the Mexican pair of Rodriguez and Aguilar, they've seen the gap on the inside and have shuffled up to fourth and shortly maybe even third. 4:55 they've gone this year, but as we always say about the major championships, it's not about the times or the records, though they're nice. It's all about who comes out with gold at the moment. Koech in second spot, He Shanshan taking it up at the front. Still for China with 700 to go.
And it is here He Shanshan who's been leading the whole way, courtesy of South Africa, disqualified in Rio 3 years ago after that guide indiscretion. So she learnt so much from that. She said afterwards about how to run in the race, about making sure the guide is working in tandem with you. And at the moment, she's up in second place. It's Rodriguez Garcia, who's dropped off the back somewhat after being up in second for most of those first two laps. You can see on the right of the screen there, really dropping back. And the Mexican Rodriguez Salazar as well is coming through quite nicely into second position. It is China who lead with He Shanshan, 20 years of age, senior international debut. This has been quite some championships for China so far, and also young, new athletes making a mark on the world stage and coming through. Turkey, who was in third place, is struggling at the moment in fourth, and coming around the outside it is Koech of Kenya, who's gone 2-3 wide with her guy, Jeffrey Kiplagat Rotich. You don't want to go too wide for too long because you're running in such an extra amount of meters and you don't want to be in that position. He Shanshan still in first place, but has she got out too much in those opening 3 or so laps, because it is Rodriguez Salazar of Mexico who's gone through the outside and going around. But it is at the moment currently in first position. It is Mexico who lead with Rodriguez Saavedra way out in front now, pushing along. She's 5-6 meters out. He Shanshan back in the silver medal position, seems to have really dropped off, and it's almost a fall slightly behind them through Koech. But it is Mexico who are heading down towards the line. Monica Olivia Rodriguez Saavedra of Mexico. It is China in second position with He Shanshan, but it is going to be Mexico who take it. 4:52.36 is the unofficial time. Shanshan picks up second, and coming across, it's Kenya's Nancy Chelangat Koech. Lifetime best, 4:52.36 for Rodriguez Saavedra. Shea, 4:54. And in third place it is Kenya who take home a bronze medal.
Long jump. This is the winner.
Well, China's He Shanshan led for such a period of time. She couldn't keep up that pace. And in the end, Rodriguez Saavedra, a new lifetime best for her, takes the gold medal. Nancy Chelangat Koech, season best for her, 4:56.28.
I beg your pardon, it's one.
But that was the start.
So that's the close-out.
When He Shanshan went off very quickly indeed, she stayed with it for the majority of the race, but she was overtaken in the last 300 meters or so. She couldn't hold on to it. Rodriguez Saavedra worked her way around the outside. She was tracking her the whole time. She looked comfortable. She looked strong. And she takes the gold medal with 6 starting in this. He Shanshan of China picks up second and a silver medal. And Nancy Chelangat Koech with a season best for a bronze medal. 4:56.28 for her in third position after she picked up a silver in Rio 3 years ago. But that is calm, is confident. Kevin Theodora Aguilar Perez the guide on the left-hand side of the screen there, just telling you you have just won a gold medal. The celebrations begin for Mexico.
Felicidades.
And the interviews begin as well. So Rodriguez Major, a lifetime best. Wins by 5 or 6 meters. Hey Shan, a big future in store for her. Just outside her lifetime best of 4:53.81, but she takes a silver medal. And Kenya, in a season best for Kosh, 4:56.28, they take home a bronze medal. Rodriguez Garcia outside the medals in 4th position, the lady who's won the European Championships in para-triathlon and also in the World Championships.
Now you can skip the grocery store and stay healthy at home. Sunbasket delivers real healthy meals right to your door. Oven-ready meals, done in minutes. New from Sunbasket. Why would your kids need a Greenlight debit card? Imagine a debit card and app designed to help them develop healthy financial habits, to teach them how to save and encourage them to set their own goals. Now imagine the difference it could make in their lives, in their futures. Greenlight.
Being an IndyCar driver is like being an astronaut. It's like being a rock star jet fighter pilot. Being an IndyCar driver is like being nothing else.
An unprecedented 2014 tournament. All with a shot at one goal. Anything can happen. Hockey is back with the Stanley Cup qualifiers August 1st on NBC and NBCSN.
It's the men's 1500 meters T52 final.
Reigning champion in this for Japan, Tomoki Sato. Japan well represented also with Nabaru and Tomoyo Ito.
208 representing Switzerland.
So, first of all, for Switzerland, semi-finalists of the 100 and the 400 meters here in T52, Fabian Blum. In 7 for Lithuania. The European 400 meters champion, semi-finalist here in the 4, Kęstutis Škiukis.
At 6, ranked 6
Alongside
in the world
him for Japan, the twice world champion in 2011, twice world champion in 2008, Tomoyo Ito.
At 5,
alongside him for Mexico, 7th in the 100 meters here, semi-finalist in the 400, Leonardo Perez.
Leonardo de Jesus Perez Juarez.
Alongside him for Thailand, the former 400 meters world champion in 2006, the former Asian Games champion over 100 meters in 2014, Ben Rundstrid.
In the world.
Alongside him for Japan, second fastest of the world this season, but 4th in the 400 meters here, Hirokazu Inabaru. Alongside him for the United States, 5th in the 400 meters here, and semi-finalist in the 100, Isaiah Rigo.
Isaiah Rigo. And on the inside,
and alongside him for Japan on the inside, the new 400 meters world champion and the defending 1500 meters champion, Tomoki Sato. Really have blitzed through this competition. And it all ends here. So many goals, over 200 decided on the track. This week, it is Sato, Rigo, Inabaru, Rundstrid, Perez Juarez, Ito, Škiukis, and Blum in this final of the men's 1500 meters. It's the second most restricted of the wheelchair races. Ito taking it out in front, Inabaru in second place at the moment for Japan. And actually, the third Japanese up there as well, Sato, the world champion. All taking a good shot at the moment. Sato with that
This could be Tomoki
3:45.89. And Sato, the world record holder as well, going off very, very strong at the front. Ito.
So
Ito in the Baro, Sato,
the world rank number 1.
the 1, 2, 3.
400 meters.
He really has gone for it straight away, Sato.
Well inside
101.9 after 400 meters, and the lead is around 50 meters right now. And in fourth place right now for the United States is Isaiah Rito, and in fifth for Mexico, Leonardo Perez Juarez. But what a huge, huge gap. And it's gone up to around 60 or 70 meters now.
Yes, Sato is well out in front. And wouldn't it be appropriate if Japan picked up a gold medal in the last of the track finals here at these 2019 Para-Athletics World Championships, considering we're off to Kobe in Japan in 2021. He is way out in front. He's got a 100-meter lead there from his two Japanese compatriots, who you can see, in Ian Baro and Tomoya Ito. They are way behind. And in last place there, it is Peth Rungsri in that last place in that peloton group just behind them. The lead now has been stretched out in front, but this man here on screen, Tomoki Sato, the world and championship record holder. He set the championship record in London 2 years ago. He set the world record in his home country of Japan, in Machida City, just last year. But if it keeps on going on at this point, he may well lap one of the athletes here who is way further back. So it is the man who is the current world and championship record holder. He is the current world champion. He's going to come across and take the bell. Tomoki Sato of Japan.
He set the world on light. Dual gold in the 400 and the 1500 in London, having taken gold in the 400 in Doha 2 years earlier. And he's going to do the same double here. There's no doubt about that. The gap is stunning. He's about a third of a lap clear, almost half a lap at this stage, as the rest take the bell. It's Ito in second place, Inabaro in third, but there's no doubt about our leader, and there's no doubt now about our winner, because by the time the rest into the back straight, he's left it. Tomoki Sato, the three-time world champion, who did the 400, 800 double in the Asian Para Games last year, silver in the 400 and the 1500 in Rio in 2016. Here's our rider about to be lapped. And here comes our winner, Tomoki Sato. Tomoki Sato gets the gold. 3:39.99 by 10 seconds is a new championship record. The big battle now is for silver. And it's between the two Japanese. Inabaro, the silver, the bronze to Ito. Japan 1, 2, 3. A year before the Tokyo Paralympic Games, 2 years before the next Worlds are in Kobe. And it looked like Rigo in fourth for the United States. Japan absolutely dominated that. We're on the brink of spending the next 2 years in para-athletics in the land of the rising sun. Sato rose early and he stayed out in front all the way. And the final track gold, the final track podium of Dubai 2019 is all about Japan. Inabaro, the silver for Japan, and Ito, the bronze. Silver in the 400, bronze in the 100.